Hi, we're here talking with Ray Luzier of Korn, and Korn has currently been working in the studio to record their new record, and we wanted to ask Ray some questions about that. How you doing, Ray?
I'm great. How you doing, Phil?
Doing great. Listen, this record is the first one that you've done with them since being on tour so much with them. What can we expect from this new record?
Well, this is the second tour we completed this year. We did 35 countries last year in '08, and we did about 22 countries this year. So as you can tell, they tour a lot. They don't have a problem seeing the globe several times a year. So I'm really excited to be on this record because like you said, it's my first one with the band, and we're using producer Ross Robinson.
Yeah.
So he did the first two Korn records, first two Slipknot, the last Cure record. He has quite an extensive resume, and he's very old school. So we're recording all the drums to 2-inch tape. There's no click tracks involved at all, and we're just full blown going old school. I mean,
how do you like? Yeah, let me hold the mic. how do you like? How do you like working without a click?
Working without a click is very interesting because, as everyone knows, in this day and age, I do a lot of movie soundtracks and a lot of sessions, and you have to be dead on the click, because they're pairing stuff up with film scores, and your music has to be right on. So going old school and not using a click is, especially when we're writing the songs in the studio, there's not much time. I don't even have time to memorize the tunes. So writing the song and an hour later without a click, sometimes, because you'd like to have that little click in the background guiding you, so you don't have to worry about your internal clock. But in this situation, it's just go time. It's all about the fury and the fire and the moment, as it is to how much can we prepare these fills, and let's map this out. There's no mapping out on this record. Yeah. It's start to finish. If you screw up in the middle, you start from the beginning again. No punch-ins.
Right.
So
the fact that you guys have toured so much is really helpful, because that's like a precondition to just going in there and letting it rip in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to an extent. I mean, we definitely have our groove on. I love the fact that we went in the studio right after the tour, because we're all, whether, when you're in South Africa one day and you're in Czech Republic, a couple days later, whether you want to play or not, you have to, because you're putting on a show for fans. And in the studio, now that all transpires in there, that energy,
Yeah.
But now the creative process kicks in, and, we mix all the writing ideas and mix that live energy in with it. And
What about creating the drum parts for Korn? Is there a process that you go through for that?
This band is unlike any other band I've ever played with, and any other band out there, to be honest. I mean, definitely have their unique sound, and the way they play, and each player is definitely identifiable. Like when you hear Fieldy play two bass notes, it's him. When you hear Monk play guitar, it's him. And John Davis has one of the most unique voices out there. So it's up to me to really come up with creative parts, to fit that style. I want to bring Ray into it, but also fit the band, because this is their 16th year together, and their 9th studio record. So they have quite a history.
But do they write tunes and come to you and say, "Hey, Ray, we really like this kind of concept for the intro," or is it, tell us what you want to play, Ray?
Everything was collaborated. Ross had a lot of great drumming ideas. Ross would, like, Monkey might play a riff. We did a lot of writing at their houses before, and we would just tape it on an iPhone recorder. So they might come up with a riff, or I might come up with a groove, and they join in. Ross has a very unique way of. He calls me Dr. Octopus because he literally there's patterns I play where I'm crossing over and I look like an octopus when I'm playing. And so he's brought things out of me that I wouldn't have normally played, stretching me, beyond hitting things together where I wouldn't normally, so it really tested my four-way independence.
That's what a producer should do.
Yeah, exactly. And but mixing all that with, okay, I'm only giving you 2 or 3 takes tops to get this, and you're not going to stop in the middle of the song. So it's a.
Do you think there's a new sound here? He's going to tape. It's probably going to be a big open recording sound, at least when you guys start working on it. What do you expect that way?
If anyone knows, I mean, there's nothing like 2-inch tape. The drums just sound much warmer. The cymbals, they don't. To me, Pro Tools has never really got it yet. They haven't got it down. The cymbals still sound too crispy to me. There's this little sizzle, digital thing that drives me mental. So with tape, there's the oil that mixes on that tape on there. When the drums get laid down, it's such a rich and warm sound. When you hear it back, it's just like, oh, that's what drums sound like. There's no artificial anything. And so, and we did all the drum tracks in a very, very small room. And so nothing escaped. It's a really dry sound. And it's just, to me, I can't believe that more people aren't doing records like this. You know, but it's convenience. I mean, in the digital world, it's too easy to just lay stuff down, and then they fix all the drummer's parts. The drummer leaves, and they end up quantizing or beat detective. This is the real deal. This is like going back to like the '70s way of recording. Everybody in one room, just rocking out.
When can we expect to hear it?
Hopefully, definitely spring. We're not sure. There's no release date yet, but I would say February, March, tentatively right now. Okay. Yeah.
Coming in 2010, the next Korn record, and that's the word from Ray Luzier.